Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Welcome everyone, it's your boy Trash Boat. Some of you might be wondering, hey, how comes you ain't playing Cyberpunk? Well, I got lots of games to play and they're keeping me company. And the games I got are Heroes. Today I'm looking at Company of Heroes. Made by Relic Entertainment and published by Sega. It was published on September 11, 2006. It's a very modern RTS with some of its mechanics. It came out in an era where World War II games were the norm. Call of Duty, Battlefield, Medal of Honor, and they're just the big three. Many more were all set as first-person shooters. Company of Heroes is the only one I know of that was an RTS, and for that it stood out. Company of Heroes 1 is the second RTS game I've properly ever played, the first being Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. I would have included Age of Wonders, but that is a different genre even though they look the same from a glance, but hey, they just aren't. Before I get into the game, know that when playing it, you have to change the game's launch folder with these commands. The refresh rate is up to what your monitor supports. The reason for this is because the game runs at a native 30 frames per second. Just know you also have to be playing the Legacy Edition, which is the Windows 10 variant. I'm not entirely sure what the differences are, but all I know is when you buy it from Steam, you are given two versions, the Legacy Edition and just the normal version. I was playing the Legacy Edition, so take it as you will. In Company of Heroes, you are set in the Second World War. The story for the most part doesn't really exist, even though there are cutscenes and characters who are somewhat reoccurring. The story from what I could gather is bare bones, but it doesn't matter because the gameplay makes up for it, hence why it's a video game. And I'll be lying if I say this game was bad. I was very surprised by how much fun I was actually having. I was delaying this game as much as I could, and looking back at that I regret it. This game is special. I normally would watch a person playing Dota or LoL and would find myself largely bored or uninterested. But Company of Heroes managed to keep it engaging despite also being a different genre. So, you know, Company of Heroes is unique. You control squads of teams and not individual members, and that's really cool. When you have quite a few squads, it makes the combat look more hectic. Seeing my squads go up against a squad of Nazis in firefights is really cool looking. That and the fact that the map is dynamic. At the start of the map, everything might look good, but over time as more firefights and destruction occurs, the map changes to match the landscape destruction of war has. And in the end, it looks like a real battlefield. The horror of war is shown off clearly in what can only be described as disgusting. From the landscapes, you can only imagine what they used to look like to what they look like now, where there is nothing but rubble and destruction man has left. In combat, to gather units, you need to capture territory that are free or by overtaking Nazi territory. When overtaking the territory, you then have the resources to pay for units, upgrades, abilities, and this in turn then allows you to have units who have unique abilities, such as riflemen who can create cover with sandbags, having them be protected, or have the mechanics build bases so you then can have better units, tanks, vehicles. You can also have the riflemen destroy barricades, allowing squads to flank the Nazis through an alternative route. And sometimes you wouldn't even need to create a whole new unit in order for them to gain access to unique weaponry. If you see something on the map, chances are you can use it. You can have some squads go and pick up a bazooka they found on the ground, or heck have them carry around an artillery gun during the whole match, or have them pick up a heavy machine gun. It's all really cool. That, and you can have units go into certain buildings, make them your barracks, or have them be there to flank enemies who are unsuspected. The choices you have in this game is remarkable. This game really captures what war was like, or is like, depending on how you look at it. The only couple of issues I had was when I wanted to move some of the tanks, they got stuck and would take a while to finally get unstuck. This wouldn't be an issue if I was to move them individually, but yeah, that's it. Or how it would be better if I could split some teams, have one half of the team be used to flank enemy lines without creating two different squads, and instead of increasing the population. That would be cool, and honestly that's all. I don't really know what else there's to say. I'm not really into RTXs, so I can't tell you what's really good or what's really bad. Heck, everything I might have said might already be obvious to experienced fans of the genre, But what I can tell you is Mission 5 in the campaign is really hard, and you might need to turn down the difficulty as the AI does read you. And it does cheat. It knows what you're doing even through the fog of war. But even though Mission 5 is hard, I honestly do believe Company of Heroes 1 is a really good welcome to the genre, and is good enough for those who have already played Arcades and are familiar with them. I would just say try it. It's super cheap when on sale. But I did also try online, but online does not exist. From what I've read, if you're new, you're getting kicked out by those who already played the game and who are already familiar with it because it's so good they don't want to play with newbies. And I tried playing online, but I couldn't find anybody, so I don't know if this is still active or it's the version I was playing. So I didn't bother trying on the other version because of what I've read. If I'm just new, why would I want to download another version just to get kicked out? The community, from what I read, is pretty trashy, but I can't really say. In any case, that's it for me. Do take care and happy holidays, Christmas or Hanukkah, I don't know. Do subscribe and like. I guess I date this video. It's not even coming out until like January, February, heck, even March. Okay. See ya.